How's it going, everyone? Otaku Tavern back at you with another video. And what I want to talk about today is just kind of like loneliness, I guess. And sorry about the wind again, but you know, it really sucks as an otaku and an anime fan to be an outcast. It really sucks. I mean, I know most of us are outcasts, but it's like, it just really sucks. Like, it's just not fun at all. Like, and it's like, you know, no one supports you. Like, no one is there for you. No one is really giving a damn about you. Like, and that's brutal, because it's like, you know, you're missing out on human connection because you just can't form it. Like, nobody wants to form it with you. No one wants to be around you. No one wants to really genuinely be in your presence or talk to you, and you know, that sucks too. But like, the thing with it is, you as an individual, whether you're a man or a woman, it's like, it just gets worse. Like, as the years go on, it just gets worse. It doesn't get any better, right? And you know, this can be anything. I mean, I'm not really necessarily talking about dating wise, really. I mean, I guess you could throw that in there, but I'm talking more on a friendship wise level. Like, but I guess you could put dating in there and marriage in there too. You know, you can add those in there too. So it's like, you know, nobody wants to talk to nobody anymore. Like, you know, unless it's like gossip about some job or career they got going on, or just, you know, something that will like boost their ego, right? Other than that, they don't really want to talk. And in other words, unless it's gossip. But you know, most of us otakus, anime fans and stuff, outcasts, we don't care about that crap. Like, we don't care about gossip, right? And you know, the problem just gets worse, and I don't really see an end in sight. But like, you know, it's very painful to have to endure this every damn day. Every day you get up, you know, you're thankful for life and stuff, you know, but it's like, it'd be great if, you know, someone could lighten the load, you know, like a friend, you know, get a friend to lighten the load, talk to you, you know, that share their passions about it, and you share yours, and, you know, you have a good, genuine conversation. And it's like, you know, I've even been told by the people that don't want to, you know, play games with me, right? Like, oh, I don't want to play with you because you're too good and I don't have a chance, and or oh, you take all the kills or whatever. And it's like, man, I guess it depends on if I'm trying or not, or if I'm just kind of casually playing. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, you're forced to live in isolation. You're absolutely forced. And it's like, you know, all these dumbasses that say, oh, go outside, touch grass. Bro, I'm outside right now. You know, I'm outside right now. And, you know, I've been outside. I go outside every day. Nobody says a word to me unless it's gossip or wanting to find out some information. You know, some stupid normie. And it's like, you know, and I'm sure you could probably tell, you know, look on my face, I'm depressed and shit. But ain't nobody asking if I'm okay. They don't care, bro. They don't. And, you know, more than likely, if you're watching this video, you probably feel the same way. Or otherwise, I guess you just wouldn't be watching the video. Then again, I don't know, this video may not get any views at all, who knows. But, it's just like, you know, even in the past, you know, sure, I had like acquaintances and stuff in school, but like, I never formed any good connections, really. I've never been able to do that. Like, nobody was ever interested in me like that. Like, not in the way of like a friendship wise, you know, even a dating wise, the people that I was with, you know, other than one, it's like, you know, they really wasn't down with me. I mean, they were cheating on me and all that stuff, and you know, like, it's brutal, but you know, you don't really have anywhere to turn. And, you know, it's like, oh, you know, you'll go to these therapists or whatever, they're like, oh, well, there's someone who cares about you, and it's like, this is gaslighting. You obviously aren't listening to what I'm saying, because when I'm sitting here and telling you, now I'm not talking about marriage-wise right now, and I'm not talking about friend-wise, like someone online. I'm talking about like in person right now. You know, when you tell them, hey, I have nobody. Oh, surely, you know, you got somebody's there. And it's like, you know, they think they know your life better than you do. It's like, there's a song, and I blasted this song ever since it came out in the 2010s, right? It was song by Mice and Men called Public Service Announcement. And, you know, this is pretty much how I feel about normies, just a lot of other things, gospers, everything. It's like, you know, there's a quote, a thing he says in the song, not a quote, but a lyric, I mean, and he's like, you know me better than myself, huh? You know, he screams that out. It's like, you know, that's how these people act. It's like they think they know you better than you know yourself. You know, that, because see, here's the thing. It goes back to what I was saying in past videos ago. They have this version of you inside their head, and if you do not meet that version, you know, they're not going to be happy. And you know, I talk about this, you know, within the church. This is bad in the church. I talk about how this is, you know, bad in society and all that, right? But, you know, it's not going to get any better. And how long, you know, is this pain going to last for us? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend and stuff, but I don't know. I guess this video is kind of like a rant, I guess. I don't know. But it's just very depressing that, you know, to just not have anybody, bro. Like, you know, like honestly, like, you know, I hate to say this, but if, you know, if my wife goes before me, then I'm going to be one of those people you see on those shows about where them people had nobody and they were dead inside their home for a long time, right? They were like infused with the couch because they didn't have anybody. You know, every time I see them shows, I'm like, man, that's awful, but that's probably going to be me. And, you know, like I said, I'm not trying to sound really down and stuff, but like, you know, I'm just kind of just telling the truth as it is, really, because, you know, and you may be in the same boat. I mean, I don't know. You may be in the same boat. But that right there is brutal, because once you know this, you know that no one truly cares. You know, and sure, you may have some online buddies that care, or you may have a spouse, and if you do have all that, I'm happy for you. I mean, I really don't know what I would do without mine, but it's like, I don't know, even spouses at times just act like they don't understand you. You know, and what I mean by this is, like, you know, my previous girlfriend from about 13 years ago, I would try to explain things to her. It's like, she didn't even care, bro. She was cheating on me anyway. And that's the thing. People don't want to understand. That's the problem. They don't want to understand, because it's just like Joker says, you know, they're so caught up in their little worlds. You know, Heath Ledger Joker. But, you know, as an anime fan, it's just, you know, you want to share those passions. As an otaku, you want to share those passions. You know, your hobbies. All that. It's like, nope, can't do it. You're forced to live in isolation. You're forced to not have the right to talk about it. And even in online, bro, like, you know, I can't even really find online friends. Like, I've got one at best. Like, you know, like, I mean, I got one, but like, sure, there's other people I talk to, but it's like, you know, I don't know if they really care. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't know. And I don't know, it's just, it's brutal, because I'm not into the acquaintanceship. I'm not into small talk. All that shit's meaningless, right? Like, that stuff doesn't even matter. And most people are just content with that. Like, you know, and it's dumb. Like, it's dumb. Like, that's not even meaningful. Like, and you know, book I'm reading called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. I've talked about this book before on the channel quite a number of times. And after I finish reading this whole book, I plan on really doing a video about it and talking about it. And, you know, one of them is, you know, they wish they had formed more connections, relationships, and stayed true to their friends. You know, that's like, that won't hit them until they're on their deathbed and it's too late, right? That's when it'll hit. And it's like, you know, you try to make friends and stuff, and it's like nothing you do just, it doesn't work, bro. Like, you know, you try to, like, even ask to join the friend circle, and it's like, no. You know, they don't even give you a chance. Like, I get it, you want to keep toxic people out, but, like, you know, you can't just sit here and be like, oh, well, never invite a single soul in. Like, I don't know, these people are just very closed off, closed-minded, closed everything. Like, I don't know, but it's brutal to have to say the least, because, you know, The outcasts are left to be alone. They're rejected. They're unjustly rejected, you know. And nothing you do, it seems like, works. These people are truly alone, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Nothing. Not a damn thing. But anyway, you guys take care. I guess that'll do it for this little rant. If there's anything you'd like me to elaborate on, let me know. But, yep, anyway, see ya.